I'm going all in on YouTube because 1 month ago I was literally kicked out of my job for no real reason, and it made me feel so bad that I started crying like a moron. Yes, because it touches your ego, bro. Most of us in our 20s are ambitious. We want to build, create, become someone important. Having a job isn't really what we dream about, so I thought even my bosses don't want someone like me, so I must be useless. Like, if I'm not even able to keep my job in order to succeed, then what am I actually able to do? I genuinely felt terrible for 2 or 3 days. Then something strange happened. For the first time in months, I woke up without an alarm. No stress, no fake smile to wear, no manager watching over me, no customers, no routine that slowly kills your motivation every single day. It was just silence, and silence can either destroy you or wake you up. At first, I felt lost. I kept opening my phone every 5 minutes like I still had somewhere to be. My brain was completely programmed by routine. Wake up, work, come back exhausted, sleep, repeat. Most people spend years living like this without ever questioning it. That scared me more than losing the job itself. Because I realized something brutal. I wasn't afraid of being poor. I was afraid of having no direction, no purpose, no future that actually excited me. You know what's crazy? Most people never admit that they hate their lives. They just become experts at distracting themselves. Netflix, TikTok, alcohol, parties. Cheap dopamine every day just to forget that deep inside they're frustrated. And I understand them because I was doing the exact same thing. But losing my job forced me to stop running away from myself. I had two choices. Either I could spend the next few months crying, complaining, blaming life, blaming the economy, blaming my boss, or I could finally take a risk on something I actually cared about. And the answer became obvious. I started spending hours learning about YouTube. I studied storytelling, thumbnails, retention, editing, titles, scripts, everything. For the first time in years, I was obsessed with improving at something, not because someone forced me to do it, because I genuinely wanted it. That feeling is rare. When you find something that keeps your attention for hours without forcing yourself, you need to pay attention to it. That's usually where your future starts. So I launched a TikTok account, then I posted YouTube shorts, then I started writing longer videos like this one. I'm not making money yet. Actually, most of my videos barely get views right now, but strangely, I feel happier than when I had a stable paycheck because every single day finally feels meaningful. Even when I wake up stressed, even when I doubt myself, even when I compare myself to bigger creators, I still feel alive. I finally feel like I'm building something instead of surviving. And I know some people will laugh at this. Bro thinks he's gonna make it on YouTube. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'll fail completely. Maybe 1 year from now I'll watch this video while working another job and feel embarrassed. But honestly, that possibility hurts way less than spending my entire life wondering what could have happened if I had actually tried. That's the real pain, not failure. Regret, because failure at least teaches you something. Regret just stays inside your head forever. It follows you when you wake up. It follows you when you grow older. And one day, you realize you sacrificed your dreams for comfort that never even made you happy. I refuse to live like that. I'd rather struggle while chasing something meaningful than feel empty while living safely. And maybe that sounds unrealistic, but every creator you admire today started in the exact same position: unknown, broke, doubting themselves, talking to almost nobody, uploading videos that barely got 10 views. People only respect success after it becomes visible. Nobody respects the beginning. That's why most people quit early. The beginning is lonely. Nobody claps for you, nobody believes in you. Sometimes even your own family quietly thinks you're wasting your time. But if you survive this phase long enough, something changes. You become mentally stronger, you stop needing validation, you stop caring about looking stupid. And that's powerful, because most people stay average simply because they're terrified of being judged. I don't want to reach the end of my life realizing fear controlled every important decision I made. So yes, I lost my job, and honestly, it might be the best thing that ever happened to me. Not having a job isn't that bad for a moment. Yeah, because as I said earlier, those kind of period of life give you time, time to think, time to realize that having a job nowadays isn't the safest path. When I was a kid, I was watching my mom holding the same job for years. In my case, just when I thought that I had a stable job, a stable paycheck, everything went nuts. And I guess it's a good thing because I learned a lot these last few days. To be honest, I'm gonna have to find a new job because I don't have much money saved up, so it's too much of a risk because I have a family, rent, and bills to pay. So, unless this video goes viral, I'm gonna have to find a new job. Knowing now that sooner or later I might lose it, but it is what it is. For all of you guys watching this video, it's very likely that you will lose your job in less than 10 years. So you have to create your own paycheck, your own way of making a living. One of the biggest opportunities now is on YouTube, especially with GTA 6 coming out. There might be something to do. If you want to make money with me by the end of the year, I made it easier for you with that PDF guide down below. Make sure to take a look at it, it is worth it, because the truth is that most people still live with an old vision of success. They still believe that stability comes from loyalty. Study hard, get a decent job, stay there for years, and eventually life becomes secure. But the world changed faster than people expected. Companies replace employees instantly. AI is growing every month. Entire industries are disappearing while new ones appear online out of nowhere. And the scariest part is that most people notice it but still do nothing. They keep waiting, waiting for better conditions, waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect moment to start building something for themselves. But there is no perfect moment anymore. Sometimes life pushes you before you're ready. That's exactly what happened to me. Losing my job forced me to wake up mentally. It forced me to understand that depending entirely on one paycheck is probably one of the riskiest things you can do today. Not because jobs are evil. You obviously need money to survive. But because putting your entire future in someone else's hands is dangerous. At any moment, someone above you can decide your life changes tomorrow morning. That realization changed my mindset completely. Now, when I look at YouTube, TikTok, or online businesses, I don't just see entertainment anymore. I see leverage, I see opportunity, I see normal people building freedom from their bedrooms while others keep saying it's impossible. And yes, I know it sounds unrealistic for some people. When you tell someone you want to become a content creator, they instantly imagine failure. They imagine a guy talking to a camera with 10 subscribers. They imagine wasted time. But every huge creator started exactly like that, every single one. Nobody begins with millions of views. Nobody begins with confidence. At first, you feel stupid. You overthink every upload. You compare yourself constantly. You wonder if people are secretly laughing at you. But after a while, something changes. You stop focusing only on results and start focusing on growth. That's where things become powerful. Because once you enjoy the process, you become dangerous. Most people quit too early because they only care about immediate success. If they don't see money fast enough, they give up. If they don't go viral after 3 videos, they disappear. But the internet rewards consistency more than talent most of the time. The creators who survive are usually the ones stubborn enough to keep posting while nobody watches. And honestly, that's the phase I'm in right now. I'm still at the beginning, still learning, still improving, still trying to understand how this whole thing works. But deep inside, I genuinely feel like this path makes more sense for me than spending the next 40 years doing something that drains my energy every day. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll fail completely, but at least I'm moving towards something exciting. That matters a lot, because there are millions of people right now living on autopilot. Wake up, work, come home exhausted, sleep, repeat. Years pass like that without anything changing. One day they look back and realize they spent most of their life surviving instead of actually living. I don't want that. And if you're watching this video, maybe you don't want that either. Maybe there's something inside you telling you that you could build more, create more, become more, not in some fake motivational way, but genuinely. Maybe you're just tired of feeling stuck. If that's the case, start now, not next year, not when everything feels perfect. Now, even if you only have 1 hour per day, even if you're scared, even if nobody supports you yet, because 5 years from now, you'll either be grateful you started or frustrated that fear stopped you once again.